the series and they're like, where do we go? What do we do, right? Yes, beauty fashion models, they like it for a living. So these are examples, and they're basically
coffee or our fireside chat lounge and speak with any of our specialists and find out further information about anything and everything going on with Tamron lenses. Hi, ma'am. How are you? Wonderful. What's your name? You are Tristan. Where are you from? Oregon. Wonderful. Are you a photographer yourself? Professional photographer for a living? Wonderful. Do you use Tamron lenses? You do! Well, you are already our A+ student. We gotta love that, though. Well, thank you for joining us today. If you have any further questions, speak with our specialists over here as well.
All right, here we go. We're gonna roll right into the next program once we get it set up. They're loading Joe's program as we speak. So, Joe, come with me to the middle of the stage because now we are broadcasting live again. Are you there yet? Not yet? All right, so we're going to wait for you to come back in.
On her face, we're losing light though, so what can we do now to bring in light on her face but still have this split light pattern going on? I think I want to bring in a third light. I'm so not used to working with light with wires. I'm looking at Rob Hall. This is Rob Hall here. Rob Hall has a great YouTube channel. We're all wireless light guys, so I'm over here managing these coolers for the first time in like 5 years.
A little more bit bounce. So let's do it without the bounce first. And I haven't shot a picture. I'm at 200 a second. 7.1 is normally where I shoot. So we got eye tracking on here. Oh, we got to turn autofocus on there. So let's start out with straight on. Everything's straight on. We're just going to try to get my lighting just right. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And my ISO 100. So we'll see what happens. And they're really dark. So let's take our ISO and move it up a little bit because I just want to get a decent exposure here. Okay, so let's just see what happens. I don't usually tether like this. And we got pure black background, not very flattering background here, but now that's not a bad exposure on her. You want to hold this fill card? I usually put it on a tripod, so just we're going to bounce a little bit of light underneath her here. So just go like that, and bring it in. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Did it pop up? Is that it? No, it is. A little softer. So what I do is I look for the shadow under the chin. And again, that's not the best flattering light, so watch what's going to happen here. I'm going to raise my light. So when I raise the light, so here you got a shadow here, you usually got a little shadow here, you got a shadow here, and a shadow under here. So when I raise my light up, all the shadows grow just a little bit, right? They're going to come down. So we want just a little more shadow. We want a ring light. I'm going to pull this up a little bit. That's going to give me a little more definition on her. And I wish I had at least some kind of background, because it's just pure black. So I want that shadow. I want probably have her chin down just a little bit. Okay, not bad. Again, let's drop her chin just a little bit. We're going to bring
we gotta go real fast. We're gonna run out 10:56. Yeah, I told you guys she was awesome. Gorgeous. Awesome. Okay, let's do freestyle.
Oh, you
Julian,
better
let's do.
tell them and say, no, this is for me. No, that's
this is no joke. I'm not trying to be kind. He looks like Robert Redford just in between sets here. I've never seen him so beautiful.
As far as I'm concerned, Jerry can do anything at this point. He had me at bring your chin forward.
I got to tell you, every one of those lines that came out during this production, and Alex Farash, I should give him credit for being the director on this. It was just an amazing experience to be behind the scenes. The thing that was cute about all this is what happens when we do these types of videos. Is you guys have 10 minutes to shoot each other because we have to do all of this footage, and we had to really convince them that the end results. I mean, that was so important for you to have time to do the work. Now, as we move forward, Joe, I'm going to bring up the pictures you shot of Jerry, just a couple of words on each picture, and a little bit more of that execution and what you felt when you made. Was this the frame of all the pictures you shot of Jerry that day? You know, why did this one stand out?
Well, it's just, you know, color, light, design, and a great subject. You know, there's a charisma, there's a magnetism there, and that's what I was trying to go for. And so you're also looking, you know, because his style is so definitive, I wasn't looking so much for subtle here. I was looking for pop, I was looking for impact. And I was looking to stop your eyeballs and make you look at the photograph. So the combination of the complementary colors, the hard sunlight, the black and white tuxedo, the sunglasses, it makes you stop, right? It makes like, what's going on here? You know, so that's what you're trying to do as a photographer, is you're trying to arrest somebody's attention, because we're visually inundated, right? I mean, look at all the stuff around us. You want somebody to pause and look at the photograph. So I think that does this, and also it's an homage to Jerry. He just looks great in this picture. He looks very self-assured, very confident. That's my image of him when he's behind the camera. And just as an aside too, when I said I was learning a lot, I was not lying. Jerry's a very precise poser. So if you notice what he was doing there with his hand gestures, he was kind of dialing my head in. And I'm like a chatterbox at camera. I'm just kind of letting people do what they do. Like, yeah, that's great, that's good, that's fine, that's fine. In my head sometimes I'm going, that's terrible, that's awful, oh my God, please stop. But I never say that, you know, on the set. I'm looking for things to tumble forward in a mildly chaotic way until we arrive at a good conclusion. He has this mind behind the camera, and you can see it. I wasn't allowed to even go like this. It was like, no, come back, move your knee, okay? The eyeball thing, great tip, you know? I never knew that. So I'm like soaking in all this information while I'm posing for a master photographer. It was a fun day.
Talk about the second picture, Jerry, at the piano.
Well, that was just, I saw the piano, I saw the light, and I mimicked the light, you know, with a large flash system, you know, a little bounce, a little kind of big octa kind of light, and it just kind of graced him really nicely. I love the scarf, and again, there is that sense, the piano gives the sense of a master, of someone who really knows what they're doing. So I'm gonna get this picture, and you're gonna stay out of my way, because the light was falling, and I knew what I wanted, and when you get to that point as a photographer, you really do have to be a bit of a bulldog, and pleasant, but a bulldog. You have to get through. And so we just got this, just at the edge of the light.
Can I just add something there? So just so you guys know, so the whole day, the video crew was setting their lights up and their angles and perspectives and things like that. When they set it up, we literally had a few minutes per shot, per person.
Yeah.
And just what you don't know, and I've never told you this, before that shot was taken, you said that, and I walked back to the filmmakers and I said, this is Joe McNally. Give him time to photograph.
Thank you for mouthing that and not saying it.
Thank you. Yes.
Much appreciated.
Yes.
Like nobody knows what's in fudge.
I literally said that. I mean, give Gordon Ramsay's like time to cook, don't you know?
Well, now it's your time to cook with Joe and photographing Joe. Talk a little bit about this setup. You talked about it before, but...
Look, this setup, obviously, is a bit of a homage to various painters that have included themselves within a painting, whether it's a reflection or anything like that. So here I have this chance to photograph an icon of the industry, and I'm like, well, selfishly, how do I get myself in the photograph? I mean, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Because, you know, it's tough to do, but I'm like, well, let me bring a mirror, and I thought of the old Hollywood lights. I thought that would be really, really cool. I actually asked Joe to bring your first Nikon camera that you basically have. How old is that camera that you've got there? Was that one of your first cameras?
One of the first cameras I used on assignment, yes. So it was a motor-driven Nikon F. you know, and it didn't even have a grip on it. You had to reach under the camera and squeeze a button that was on the base plate, the motor-driven base plate. So I don't know if you know about a Nikon F, it came apart in 2 pieces. There wasn't a swing gate on it. The camera came apart, and then you'd slip your film in and then jam the motor back on. And you could literally, it was a good camera, great camera, durable, and you could also really, really, as they used to say, hammer and nail with that camera.
And it was amazing that, again, I only had about 5 minutes to take this photograph, and I'm using 1,000-watt Hollywood lights here, tungsten. I'm like, I've got the master of light right next to me. I'm not going to use a speed light off camera with Joe McNally. That's just not going to happen.
And this is not an edit. If you didn't shoot 2 pictures, this is 1 shot.
Yeah, it's 1 shot. So
you didn't put yourself in this picture and post.
No.
I think it's brilliant. I mean, it just shows the mastery of it.
So we had the fringe of the light sort of tickling him on both sides, and Joe's wearing my clothes, and there I am in the background. So for me, this is very much, it was a selfish legacy portrait.
You know what I was disappointed at, though? He got to walk away with all the goods. You didn't give me anything on that shoot.
Man, I've given you enough.
All right, the Robert Redford photo. A little quick thing about this. Talk about this.
Well, man, you got Robert Redford, JFK, Elton John. They all had a love child, and this is the photograph. You know, so shooting at the 85mm lens, f1.8. I love the fact that it's so predictably sharp. It's so spot on. I think any of us that shoot at 1.4, whatever it may be, it's just hard to lock on. It's easy to lock on. It's a patch of sunlight. And I gave him a really cool gesture. We've got those really cool glasses as well. Again, wearing my clothes, and a beautiful shadow light play as well. The next shot is probably one of my favorites. I mean, you've got this incredible rich history that's written all over his face in a good way. He's a handsome guy. To be able to capture this kind of portrait, for me, it's a legacy portrait. And again, it doesn't matter whether it's on the cover of a magazine. The fact is that I got to photograph I have 1 degree of separation between Joe and all the people that you've photographed. So to immortalize that in a fraction of a second, honestly, was a true honor for me.
So now, you guys do this assignment. You're shooting. I know you sat down there and on the camera display, you got to look at each other's photos real quick. But after all is said and done, you both had a chance to edit. Start with you, Jerry. When you saw the pictures Joe shot of you, what's your thought? Did it work? Did it not? Was there things you liked, not like? Be honest.
No, I didn't even think about it. I just enjoyed the process. I was just watching him work, and I'm like, what is he looking at? How is he cropping? And I thought, you know what? Let me just enjoy it. And when he showed me that photograph, I was blown away. For me, it was a true classic. That I don't get to be photographed like that. I get to do that for other people. So to get his perspective and have his signature on it, honestly, was breathtaking for me.
So you got the first shot that he makes in the pool. Then you got the second shot at the piano, the third shot at Sunset or Dusk. Which one's your favorite?
Look, I've got to say the blue and the yellow one. The sunset one I think was poignant because again, this is Joe who's really taught a whole generation how to use off-camera flash. So I think that was really important for me, again, selfishly. But the one by the piano I thought was really cool, but certainly the blue and the yellow one, which is a big, huge poster on the other side of this wall, is up. I mean, they're all beautiful, but that one just had that extra spice, and it was the first one, and who wouldn't want to get in a swimming pool for Joe McNally?
All right, so Joe the director, Joe the Robert Redford, Elton John kind of mix. Of the photos that Jerry took of you, do you have a favorite? Which one stands out to you as the one you like the most?
Well, it's hard to pick, but honestly, I mean, this is not cool, right? I mean,
stop it.
Jerry made me look
my
cool.
Pookum, stop it.
Jerry made me look cool. So that was like a gift. See, as a photographer, that's what you do with your subjects. You're actually giving them a gift, right? And I've oftentimes, well, maybe not oftentimes, but I've sometimes said to folks, that's going to be the best picture that's ever shot of you. And I think that's the gift he gave me on that day. I love the profile picture. He's right, there's a lot of history there, And then with the glasses, I don't think I've ever been photographed with these cool glasses where I actually could be like a director of a Hollywood movie. That was kind of this cool deal. And you know what you want as a subject, and I felt that day very strongly, was I felt cared for. right? As a photographer, what you do for your subjects is you care for them. You are careful of their feelings, their thoughts, their sensibilities, all of that, as well as the look of the photograph. And that enables them to have a tremendous sense of confidence, which radiates back. And that gives you the gift at camera.
We couldn't finish on a better note. I thank you guys for coming up here and sharing it. Joe, you're going to come up next.
Yes.
And do a nice 30-minute program on your work. So guys, stick around when we transition the set. And this was probably one of the most fun assignments I have ever had. When the idea came out, it was absolutely yes, we need to do this. We need to make this video work. You guys brought it together like no two people I've ever seen before. It was so nice to see you back and forth, because I did note like some weird vulnerabilities, like all of a sudden, you're the model. You're not, and you've been photographed before, you've been on video before, so. But you guys, I mean, you nailed it. The 85mm lens was just the tool in all this, but I'm glad it satisfied you both and made some great images. Guys, thank you for hanging in there. Great dialogue. We're going to make a quick change up in the set. Thank you guys for tuning in. And Joe, you're up next.
All right.
I'm going to introduce you in just a few.
All right, sounds good.
Our price, and we add some money because a few days, and the client pay the hotel and the travel. That's very important. Don't do the destination wedding free. No, never. It's okay? It's alright? Okay? So what we do, with few months before the wedding, they buy the tickets for us. So we give the name and they buy the tickets. That's it. Or maybe sometimes we buy the tickets and we charge everything. Also depends. But always they pay us the travel and the hotel. Minimum 2-3 nights. Because we come the day before the wedding. Yeah, question?
Before during the wedding, the day of the wedding?
No, we arrived like 1 or 2 days before.
Angle shooter, never really have been, but with these lenses, I'm finding myself wanting to do that. So this is my take on a wide angle shot, a sweet spot being in the middle, and shooting at 16. So if y'all haven't been shooting wide, you should start doing that. It changes the way that you shoot. And we have some great wide angle lenses. This is the 16. Just, you can see the quality of it. It's pretty amazing.
You know, I should have this along with the picture of my friend Ryan, because this is with our 135 art lens. I wanted to see the wrinkles on his face and the eyes and the character.
Don't do that with your lady friends.
So this is a little bit wider, but I was walking around that day with the lens, trying different things, and this is a friend of mine in a restaurant in Oshkosh. So a little something different, but it's just so great to have a camera that you can carry with you that easily.
So this is Keith again. This is from that same session, in that same location. This is actually in somebody's art studio. And again, this is just window light. Building a model portfolio for him. This was not shot in black and white. Everything is shot in color and then converted to black and white afterwards. But again, I'm just looking for the detail. It's just so amazing to me, the level of detail that you can actually see when you get up close to these. So if you haven't tried a mirrorless, if you don't have a mirrorless experience yet, you should at least try it. You will be amazed, especially you all that are out there doing weddings and having to carry all that gear, and you could leave the house with a small bag and still have all the power that you need to do the job that you need to do without breaking your back or straining your arms or worrying about where your equipment is.